y'all, and welcome to today's video. I am super excited because I have the new mini bronze palette from Natasha Denona. I ordered this as soon as it went on sale. It's finally here to me. I'm very excited. We are going to swatch this. We're going to create a look. I'm going to kind of show you some other shades from Natasha Denona that I have, and we're going to talk about this palette. Now, if you are new here, I want to say, hey, my name is Heather and makeup makes me happy. Here at my channel, we don't try to be perfect. We just want to have a good time with our makeup, whatever that means. Shimmer, glitter, testing new palettes. We are here for it. So if that sounds good to you, I do hope that you will subscribe before you leave today because I upload lots of new videos every single week, but my makeup is not done. I need to put some eyeshadow on, so let's jump into it. I did order this palette. It is $27 and this is the Natasha Denona mini bronze palette. Normally her mini palettes are $25, so she did increase the price a bit, but with everything that's going on in the world, all the prices going up on things, I'm not surprised. I kind of expect a lot of brands to start doing that, but this is a beautiful collection of bronzy shades. We have 4 mattes and then 1 shimmery metallic shade. So I am going to show you a close-up of this palette before I dip my fingers in, my brushes in, all of that, so that you can see this cute little 5-pan palette. Has a nice clear cover just like her other minis. I think it's super cute, and it has the names on the back. I'm also going to insert swatches for y'all. These are just swatches straight from the pan to my finger to my hand so that you can see them all swatched out. Now, I love Natasha Denona's formula. I think she makes some of the best eyeshadows and definitely one of the best formulas available at major retailers like SEPHORA, BEAUTYLISH, places like that. I just really love her products. Now, this palette is a mini palette. I'm going to show you side by side of the mini palette next to the bronze palette. The bronze palette is a midi size and it is one of my favorite Natasha Denona palettes, and it's definitely one of my favorite neutral palettes in my collection. The only shade that I think, listen, I'm not always 100% right, but from what I could find, the only shade that is a repeat in here is this kind of lightest shade right here. I believe this shade was in her Star palette, but the other 4 shades are new. I don't have the Star palette, so this is not a new shade to me. But before we get into the application, I also wanted to show you kind of this side by side with 2 of the other neutral palettes I have. First up being the Natasha Denona Mini Biba palette. Definitely not the same, but it's one of her other mini neutrals. So I wanted to show you that side by side. And then I also wanted to show you side by side with the Glam Face palette because it's another neutrally palette. Again, I'm not here to tell you if you need anything. I'm just going to tell you what I think of the product. I needed it because I love Natasha Denona and these are new shades. The bronze palette is one of my absolute favorites. So when they said mini palette, I said, take my money. So I'm excited. We're going to create an eye look. I'm going to prime my eyes. I'm going to zoom y'all in and we'll see how these shadows perform on the eyes, if they're that amazing Natasha Denona quality that I know and love. That's what we're going to find out. So I'm actually going to use my Natasha Denona eye primer, zoom y'all in, and we will create. All right, I've got y'all nice and zoomed in. My eyes are primed and we are going to dip into this little palette. First up, I'm going to go in with the shade Flesh. And this is a dual-ended Sigma brush. I got this out of my new Mod palette. Let me see the numbers on the brush. E38 and E54 from Sigma. But I'm going to pick up this shade right here called Flesh. And I'm going to put this right in here. This is really like a mid-tone to light type of shade, and I'm putting it right in here, and it's even going to be my inner corner shade right here because there's not a super light shade in here. This is kind of the lightest shade, so I'm going to use this for my inner corner. but I would also think like a face highlight shade would be really pretty on the inner corner to kind of tie things in together. But I'm just making sure I don't have any creases in my eye primer before I put my shadow down, because I definitely don't want to set the creases in. All right, I'm gonna clean that brush off. I've got my little Sigma color switch in front of me so I can go back in with the same brush. And I wanna go into this mid-tone shade right here. This is called Gobi. And again, making sure there's no creases in my eye primer. And I'm just gonna put this all right in the socket, and I'm gonna blend it up above my socket and out. Just little blending motions like this. All right, that shade blended beautifully, exact same quality that I expect from Natasha. Now we're just gonna start to deepen a bit with this shade right out here. This is the shade called Tough. I'm using the same brush because listen, it works great. I love this brush. I just keep using my little color switch and cleaning the bristles off. But I'm taking this, see, lash line up and out. Natasha Denona mattes layer so well. Like, you can use one, you can use multiple, it doesn't matter. They're gonna look amazing. They're gonna blend so beautifully together. So I'm just, you know, you see we're kind of working from lightest to darkest shade. Okay, so far we're looking nice and blended, so I'm gonna flip my brush around and we're gonna go into this deepest shade right here. Which one is this? Russet. This one's really pretty. I just love dark matte shadows, but I'm gonna put this on the lower lash line. So I'm just going to buff it in back and forth like that. I just flipped the brush around and I'm just gonna buff, buff, buff back and forth to deepen up the lower lash line. Then I'm going to take just a tiny bit of that and put it right out here in the outer V. Just barely blending like this. Just a touch of it. I don't want it to be too dark. I just want it to be kind of blown out with a little bit of depth right out here. Okay, now we're going to go into the beautiful metallic shade Bronze Foil. Oh, this looks so pretty. Ooh, I love a good foiled shade. I'm just gonna put that right here. But I will say, for those of y'all thinking, do I need this? Listen, if you're like me, if this is me, Heather to Heather, Heather, do you need this? Absolutely. How dare you even ask? Are you crazy? Of course you need this. If you're asking me, I always say, you don't need anything. Did you eat today? Are you someplace safe? You don't need anything. That's all you need, right? But for me, for my makeup loving self, these shadows are so beautiful. So incredibly beautiful. Oh, I love, and I did not spray my brush. I did not spray my brush. I would have, but I was talking to y'all and I forgot to spray my brush. So that's just from brush to the lid. And that's absolutely stunning. I'm just gonna do a little bit of blending. Let's put a warm brown in the waterline. Let's do that. Let's go in with this HINDASH liner. This is the HINDASH EYETONE pencil in INTRA. I'm gonna get right up here so I can see my waterline. That is perfect. So I'm gonna put on my HINDASH liquid liner up top. I'm actually gonna put on some lashes. I'm gonna hit my desk apparently. I am going to make sure everything is blended, looking right, and then I will come back to kind of give you my thoughts. All right, y'all, this is our finished look with the mini bronze palette. I feel sultry, I feel beautiful, I feel amazing in this eye look. I think it's so simple but so pretty and I really like it. Now, let me quickly tell you what is on the rest of my face because I am wearing my Natasha Denona bronze cheek palette. I'm wearing like all the shades on my face. I love this. Let me show you. You see how used that is? Like, I love this so much. I'm wearing my Juvia's Place Bronze Duo. Lips. My lips are Lunar Beauty Aphrodite and Crystal Kiss. That's what I got on the lips. I'm feeling amazing. I'm loving my look. Very happy that I spent the $27 and I bought this palette. I know I will get some use out of it. I love the size. All the shades in here performed so well for me. So I am very happy with my purchase. I think this is a beautiful palette. I mean, I feel like my eye look speaks for itself. I really enjoy it. I'm excited to play with it some more. I think it's such a cute curation of 5 bronzy shades, and I think it's beautiful. But I want to say thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate y'all spending your time with me. I hope you enjoyed watching. Are you going to pick up this palette? Are you going to shop your stash, recreate the look? I would love to know. But I'm happy you're here today. I hope you're having a super awesome, amazing, wonderful day, and I'll see you very soon in another video. Bye.